Here we are from Variety, Rebecca Rubin, telling us Gremlins 3 movie sets November 2027 release date, so 2 years away, and there's Gizmo. Right, Warner Brothers is officially, it says top 4, where are we? Top 4 Predator films. Alright, fair enough. So what's your number 3? Predators, I bet it is, isn't it? Finally watched Fantastic Four last night. Definitely better than Superman, but still okay. Yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it were okay. That'll be in my list, my year's list. You know, it were okay. It didn't blow me away, but it were okay. I was entertained for a couple of hours. I could argue the same about Superman as well. Anyway, I didn't hate either of them, but they didn't blow me away. Anyway, Warner Brothers is officially reviving the Gremlins franchise with a new instalment set to barrel into theatres in November. When's it going to barrel into theatres? In November 2027. The film has been added to the studio's release schedule for November 19th, 2027. David Zaslav, the CEO and president of Warner Brothers Discovery, revealed on Thursday's investor call. Steven Spielberg is returning to executive produce Gremlins 3, while Harry Potter filmmaker Chris Columbus is set to direct and produce. Remember, he directed the first one. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. What am I talking about? He wrote the first one, didn't he? He wrote the first one. Because obviously Joe Dante that directed the first one, wasn't it? But Chris Columbus wrote it, didn't he? He's set to direct and produce. Zaslav confirmed Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein will co-write the screenplay. I'm trying to think now, which I've seen something. I can't probably think of a different film. Anyway, Christy McCosco-Krieger and Holly Barrio are producing for Amblin Entertainment. Is Amblin still going? I didn't even know it was still going. Alongside 26th Street Pictures, Michael Barnathan and Mark Radcliffe. All of the details, including the plot description and anyone starring in the film, haven't been disclosed. Right, fair enough. Wingrace says, officially reviving. They just made the show 2 years ago, but I bet nobody watched it. I know I didn't. An animated one, Legend of the Mogwai, whatever it was called. I didn't watch it. Justy says, Predator 2 is my 1 and OG is 2. Crikey. Shots fired by Justin. Praise 3. Alright, Praise 3 and Badlands 4. Fair enough. Fantastic Four is good. Love the retro look. Yeah, it was well done. It was well made. It was like the Fallout universe. Yeah, sort of. Yeah. That's coming soon, isn't it? Season 2 of the Fallout on Amazon. I quite enjoyed Season 1. I thought we were alright. Where were we? The original Gremlins, which famously led to the creation of the PG-13 rating, was released in 1984 and directed by Joe Dante. I thought it was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom that created the PG-13. Obviously I'm wrong. It was released in 1984, or it might be in the UK. It created the 12 certificate, maybe. I can't remember. Directed by Joe Dante, yes, with Columbus writing the screenplay. The horror comedy follows a boy named Billy who receives a cute furry creature called a mogwai as a pet. Billy is warned to never expose the animal to bright light, especially sunlight. Water, or to feed him after midnight. After those rules are broken, the gremlin spawns more of its kind and end up wreaking havoc. It says wrecking havoc. On Billy's hometown of Kingston Falls, USA, during Christmas. Gremlins was a box office hit with $212 million worldwide. The sequel, 1990's Gremlins 2 The New Batch, was less successful with $41 million, but became a cult classic. Few titles are as beloved and iconic as Gremlins, and we're beyond excited to bring it back for both lifelong fans and a whole new generation. Warner Brothers Pictures President of Development and Production Jesse Ehrman said in a statement, "It's a privilege to be working alongside Steven Spielberg, Chris Columbus and the entire creative team, and we look forward to audiences experiencing the next instalment of the magic, mayhem and heart Oxford comma there, of Gremlins on the big screen in 2027. just says, I think it was Indiana. Also, there was a documentary on the box set about it. Oh, right, okay. Which box set? The Indiana Jones one or the Gremlins one? I've got the Indiana Jones one. I'll have to check. Anyway, Zaslav touted the Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group's epic theatrical streak in 2025, where 7 consecutive releases, including a Minecraft movie, Sinners, Weapons and The Conjuring Last Rites, opened above 40 million. Yeah, but I think a lot of them probably didn't get much higher than that, did they? I think only a Minecraft movie, what you could definitively call a smash hit. But the others, they did okay. Probably made the money back because they were essentially horror films, and horror films generally have low budgets, don't they? And anyway, the Indiana Jones one, fair enough. No other studio has ever achieved that level of consistency at the box office. The studio's slate of triumphs, particularly this year, though. Well, in recent years, none of the studios have had what you could call smash hits. One after another, have they? They've had most studios have had like maybe one smash hit film of the year that's made like close to $1 billion or whatever. We've had Barbie and Oppenheimer, and I can't think of any others recently. But it's not been film after film after film like we had before the plague took over, when we were having all the Marvel films making $1 billion and the Star Wars films of varying quality. But anyway, the studio's slate of triumphs helps offset a financial miss like Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another, which is expected to be a major Oscar player but is tracking to lose $100 million in its theatrical run against its $130 million budget. We're leading the 2025 box office domestically, we're leading it internationally, and we're leading it globally. Right. Zaslav's, I'm just thinking, domestic and international is kind of globally, isn't it? Didn't need to add that afterwards. Zaslav said on the investor call, not only are we in first place, but we're the only film studio to have crossed $4 billion in 2025 box office revenue thus far. And we've done it with a significant amount of original stories that leadership was on full... Should there be a copy there? Should comma there? Or should that be another sentence? Whatever. That leadership was on full display in the third quarter. He attributed the box office wins to the wide range of offerings, including the kid-centric Minecraft and Superman, which still lost money, as well as the adult skewing, or maybe, if it did make money, a tiny amount, as well as the adult skewing Brad Pitt's F1 movie, which Warner Brothers distributed for Apple, which I've still not got around to watching that. And apparently it's really good. But I don't know. I can't imagine... I don't know. It's Brad Pitt, isn't it? Playing like an aging racing F1 driver, which you don't really see these days. But anyway. And not so family-friendly Sinners, Weapons and The Conjuring. Not seen Sinners. I thought Weapons were overrated. It were okay. I didn't hate it, but I thought it were overrated because what's the word? It didn't live up to my expectations. What's the word? Whatever. It twisted my expectations. You know the word. It didn't do what I was hoping it would do. In Q3 alone, quarter 3 alone, not third qualifying, speaking of F1, in Q3 alone we successfully launched a new era for the DC studios with Superman. We showed our, but as I said, it didn't do that well, did it? We showed our exceptional horror genre expertise yet again with Weapons and The Conjuring Last Rites, which have together grossed more than $750 million in ticket sales. And remember, the water cost a huge amount of money, will they? I think the Conjuring films usually around about the $40 million, $50 million budget. I don't know what Weapons were. Let's have a look. Weapons 2025 budget 38 million. 38 million for Weapons. Conjuring Last Rites budget 55 million. So there you go. So they didn't have huge budgets to begin with. So they're smash hits, aren't they? Because they're like raking in hundreds of millions of dollars off tens of millions of dollars budget. But the budget for Superman was some ridiculous amount, wasn't it? Hundreds of millions of dollars. Anyway, where were we? And we reinforced our commitment to producing great original works by great filmmakers, with Paul Thomas Anderson's one battle after another. Oh, is that it? Right, fair enough. So, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, right, about Gremlins 3, wasn't it? We were supposed to be talking about. Looking forward to this. I just hope they don't bugger it up. Bet they do. Now, but where will they go with the Mogwai and the Gremlins? Will there be puppets again? You know, practical like in the first two, or will they go CG? Bet they go CG. Well, they might have some puppets, well, like if they're like interacting maybe, but I bet it's mostly CG because we'll see them running about and all that stuff. Won't we? Should just stick to practical and a bit of stop motion. That's what they should do. Keep it old school. But anyway, looking forward to that. Who are these? Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein. Let's have a look. Who are they? What have they done? Is it who I'm thinking of? Probably not. Oh, right, yes. They wrote, they directed Final Destination Bloodlines, which is one of my films of 2025, because that were really, really good. Yeah, so there we go. That's I knew I'd heard of them from something. Final Destination Bloodlines. They directed that, and that is a good film. Justice says, needs the puppets. If it's most CG, I'm out. I bet it is mostly CG. Bet it is. Which will be poo. I hope not. We'll see, won't we? We will see. Maybe Steven Spielberg will put his foot down. Why isn't Joe Dante involved? Get him in. Anyway, so there we go. So looking forward to Gremlins 3. 2 years to wait. I wonder who's going to be in it. I wonder if they're going to bring back Zach Galligan and Phoebe Cates, and I think Dick Miller's passed away now, hasn't he? Don't know about his wife, or the woman that played his wife, I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see. I hope it's, is it going to be a sequel or a reboot? We don't know anything, do we? Is it saying? No, we don't know anything about it, do we? No plot description or anything. So we don't know if is it a sequel, reboot. Who knows? We'll find out at some point in the next year or so, I imagine. Let's move on. That old Yorkshire geek with stories too.